Have you ever watched someone speak English fluently and thought, how do they speak so fast and naturally? Will I ever be able to speak like that? If your answer is yes, then you're standing at the very first step of a powerful change. Welcome to Kunzy Podcast English, where we don't teach you complicated rules. We help you begin with something simple but truly effective, speaking short, clear, useful sentences you can use in your daily life. Here, you'll discover a method called EBET, short for easy, basic, everyday talking. It means we focus on easy words, basic structure, everyday situations, and most importantly, getting you to talk. This is not just a method, it's a journey, a new way to make English a natural part of your voice. We won't ask you to memorize thousands of words or force grammar rules into your brain. Instead, you'll listen to simple sentences, repeat them, and say them out loud. You can pause the podcast whenever you like and follow your own rhythm. The first sentence might feel strange. The second will feel easier. And by the 10th, you'll be surprised. You're speaking English already. The EBAT method works because it wakes up the language inside you through real action, not theory. Every word you speak, every phrase you repeat, builds your confidence one step at a time. It's not about speed. It's about becoming real. Remember, English does not live in your head. It lives in your mouth. Only when you begin to speak do you begin to own the language. That is the power of EBAT. So get ready. Your first lesson is about to begin. This journey of 100 simple English sentences will open a new world for you, where English is not something to fear, but something you carry with pride. This is Kunzy Podcast English, and right now, you are stepping into your first moment of transformation. Part 1. Greetings and self-introductions in English. Starting a new conversation in English might make you nervous, but sometimes all you need is a simple sentence. Hello, how are you? Just 5 words, yet it can unlock a connection, a new relationship, a new opportunity. Never underestimate the power of a greeting. It shows you're open, friendly, and ready to connect. Just say it. That's where everything begins. After the greeting, the next step is introducing yourself. This is your chance to share a little about who you are, with sentences as simple as, "My name is Lynn. I'm from Vietnam." When you say this, you're sharing your identity, your roots, and giving the other person a picture of who you are. It doesn't have to be fancy. Confidence grows from familiarity. The more you practice, the more natural it feels. You can also add details about where you live. I live in Ho Chi Minh City. It's a big city, full of energy. Each time you talk about your home, you're telling a small part of your life story. It's noisy, but exciting. There are lots of things to do. These aren't just practice sentences. They're small pieces of storytelling in English. Short, vivid, and personal. Many learners think, I'm afraid to make mistakes. I don't sound good yet. But remember, you don't need to be perfect to begin. You just need to begin to get better. Say one sentence, then another, like building a bridge, one brick at a time. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. Practice with our method. Listen, repeat, pause, and speak out loud. Let each sentence become a part of you. Part 2. Daily routine. From morning to night. Every morning is a fresh chance. When you open your eyes, the world is waiting for you to rise and do something meaningful. The first sentence can be very simple. I wake up at 6 a.m. But behind those few words lies a powerful beginning. Then you say, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, I get dressed. These small, repeated actions form the foundation of a disciplined and growing person. Next comes breakfast. I eat breakfast. I drink coffee. Short sentences, yes, but when you can say them fluently, you unlock the ability to describe your whole morning in English. Then it's time to leave. I go to work. I take the bus. With just a few lines, you can naturally tell your morning story in English. As the day moves on, there's more to say. I have lunch at noon. I talk with my coworkers. Then comes the evening, a time to rest and recharge. I eat dinner with my family. I watch TV. I read a book. The language you use reflects the way you live. When you talk about these habits, you are bringing English into your real, everyday life. Finally, there's that quiet moment at the end. I go to bed at 10 p.m. I feel tired but happy. Let your emotions come through. I feel relaxed. I feel thankful for today. Each sentence becomes a way to not only practice English, but to recognize how you feel. It doesn't need to be complicated. Sometimes a single word like tired, happy, or relaxed says it all. When you practice speaking through your real life, you don't just learn the language, you live it. And when language becomes part of you, speaking English stops being hard. It becomes as natural as breathing. Part 3. At work and at home. Life isn't just made of big moments. It's made of small actions repeated every day. From your time at work to your peaceful hours at home, every part of your routine tells a story. When you say, I go to work, I check my emails, you're not just practicing English, you're telling your own story, a story of someone working hard to build their future, one step at a time. At the office, everything moves quickly. You meet your colleagues. I talk to my coworkers. You share ideas, tasks, and even quiet smiles during your break. I take a break. These simple daily actions are the heartbeat of your work life. And now you can describe them in English with confidence and clarity. Then, as the evening comes, a different world opens up. You leave your desk and walk into the warmth of your home. I go home. I rest. These words carry comfort and peace. You check your phone to catch up with the world. I check my phone. You help your family with chores or dinner. I help my family. And at the end of the day, with your heart at ease, you say, I sleep. These sentences may seem ordinary, but they are powerful because they come from your real life. And now, you are learning to express that life in English, clearly, simply, and truthfully. This is not about fancy grammar or long vocabulary lists. This is about being able to tell your own story in your own words, using a language that connects you to the world. We don't learn English to impress. We learn it to connect, to express, to live more fully. Every morning you go to work is a chance to say it in English. Every time you help your family or check your phone becomes an opportunity to speak naturally, without fear. Remember, you don't need to speak perfectly. You just need to speak honestly. And as you practice, day by day, you will see the change. You'll feel more confident, more natural, and English will no longer be a subject. It will be part of who you are. Part 4. Simple question and answer practice. Sometimes, to start a good conversation, you don't need complex grammar. A simple question like, what do you do? Or, when do you sleep? Is enough. These may seem like small questions, but they are actually powerful keys that unlock real communication in everyday life. Imagine meeting someone new or chatting with a coworker from another country. You smile and ask, what do you do? And just like that, the conversation begins. And when they ask you in return, you can answer with confidence. I'm a teacher. I work in an office. Short, clear answers, simple but effective, help the listener understand who you are. And a question like, when do you sleep? May sound ordinary, but it's real. It's human. You can say, I sleep at 10 p.m. Or I go to bed early because I work early. These are simple English sentences that reflect your real life. When you practice these kinds of questions and answers, you are learning more than grammar. You are learning how to connect, express, and be yourself in English. So practice asking. Practice answering. Keep it short. Keep it clear. Don't wait for perfect English. Start with real English, because every fluent conversation begins with a single confident sentence. Part 5, a peaceful day. Slow descriptions. This morning feels peaceful. I wake up slowly with no alarm, just the soft sunlight coming through the curtain gently waking me up. I take a deep breath. The morning air is fresh and cool. I sit by the window and look outside. The trees are still. The sky is blue. I hear birds singing in the distance. I make a cup of hot tea. The warmth spreads from my hands into my heart. Each sip makes me feel calm and awake. I open my laptop and start working. Today, I feel focused. I do my tasks one by one. No rush, no stress, just quiet, steady progress. In the evening, I close my laptop early. I don't scroll on my phone too much. Instead, I give time to myself. I sit on the chair, close my eyes, and breathe. I think about the good things in my day. I smile. I turn on an English podcast. I listen to slow, simple sentences. I repeat them softly. I say them again and again. I don't need to study too much, just a small habit every day. And slowly, English becomes more natural, more comfortable. A peaceful day like this is a gift, and each calm evening is a quiet step forward in my English journey. Part 6. Talk with friends. Small conversations. One of the best parts about learning English is this. You can use it to connect with people. And that connection, it often starts with something small, a short, friendly conversation. You don't need long sentences or difficult words. You just need a few simple questions. That's all it takes to start building a bridge between you and someone else. Imagine you meet a friend. You smile and say, "Hello, how are you?" A familiar, warm greeting. Your friend replies, "I'm good. How about you?" Then you ask, "What are you doing?" And just like that, the conversation begins. These small sentences help you start speaking, for real. In this part, you will practice both roles, asking questions and answering them. Listen carefully. Pause. Repeat. Imagine you're talking to a close friend. Speak clearly. Speak slowly. Don't worry about mistakes. Just speak with confidence. Every conversation, no matter how short, is a chance to grow. These small talks will train your ears, your tongue, and your confidence. Practice them every day, because it's the little conversations that lead to big fluency. Part 7. Expressing feelings and weather. Feelings make us human, and one of the easiest ways to start a conversation is to talk about how you feel, or what the weather is like. These topics are simple, but they're also personal and powerful. You can start your day by saying, "I feel happy today." Or maybe, "I feel tired." Perhaps, "I feel nervous when something important is coming." When you speak your feelings in English, you are not just practicing words, you are expressing your life. And what's more common than talking about the weather? Look outside and say, "It's sunny today," or "It's rainy," or even, "It's cold and cloudy." These short sentences train your mouth, your ears, and your thinking in English. Feelings and weather often go together. A sunny day makes you smile. A rainy day makes you quiet. By connecting how you feel with what the day looks like, you are learning to use English in a real, natural way. So today, ask yourself, how do I feel? And what's the weather like? And answer in English, with confidence. Part 8. Time, habits, and daily schedule. Time is a part of your daily life. When you know how to speak about time, you can describe your entire day in English, clearly and confidently. Let's start with simple sentences. I wake up at 7. I eat breakfast at 8. These short sentences may seem small, but they are powerful steps toward fluency. Continue with, I go to work at 9. I have lunch at 12. Then in the evening, I come home at 6. I sleep at 10. As you repeat these daily, your brain starts to think in English, not just memorize it. You don't need hard vocabulary. You don't need complicated grammar. Just repeat your day. Every day. Turn your daily habits into your English lessons. This is real, natural learning from your life. And the best part, when you can speak about your schedule smoothly, you feel confident because you're talking about your own life in a new language. Part 9. Food, likes, and places. Every day we eat, we go to familiar places, and we have things we love. So why not learn English from these simple, real-life moments? Let's begin with food. You can say, I eat rice. I like eggs. I eat fruit every day. When you talk about the food you really eat, words are no longer just words. They become part of your life. Now let's talk about things you enjoy. Everyone has hobbies. You can say, I like reading. I enjoy cooking. These may be short sentences, but when you speak with real feeling, people can understand who you are. What about places? Try saying, I go to the market. I walk in the park. I pray at the mosque. I stay at home. These places are not just locations, they are part of your world. And now you can talk about them in English. Learning from your own life is the easiest and deepest way to grow. When you connect feelings with words, your memory becomes stronger. When you speak about what is real to you, your confidence grows. Let English become the language of your everyday life, starting with the smallest, most beautiful details. Part 10. Family, goals, and motivation. Family. This is where we begin. Each member of your family is a piece of your heart. When you talk about them, you are not only learning English, but also learning how to express love. You can say, this is my mother. She is kind. My father works hard. I have a sister. She is funny. These are simple sentences, but they carry warmth and meaning. And then every day, you give a little time to learning. Not too much, just enough to stay consistent. I study English every day. I listen. I repeat. I speak. Learning is not a burden. It is a habit, a small action that leads to big changes. Because you have a goal, a dream, you can say, I want to speak English. I want to feel proud. Not to be perfect, but to keep moving forward, to know that you didn't give up. When you study, remember your family, the people waiting for you, believing in you. Remember yourself, the one who keeps trying. And remember this, every word you say brings you closer to the person you want to become. Part 11, home, health, and seasons. Some days we just want to stay home in a quiet, warm, and familiar place. There we begin with simple actions. I make my bed. I clean my room. I drink tea. Each small action brings order and peace to our mind. But not every day is full of energy. Sometimes we feel tired or sick. And when that happens, what we need is rest. I take rest. I sleep more. I feel better. Learning English is also like taking care of your health. Sometimes you need to slow down, breathe deeply, and listen to yourself. Time moves with the seasons. Each season has its own color, its own feeling. Spring is fresh. Summer is bright. Autumn is calm. Winter is quiet. Each one is like a new chapter of life, giving you a chance to restart, to slow down, or to speed up, depending on how you feel inside. English is not only in books, it lives in everyday moments. When you clean the house, when you are resting, when you look out the window on a winter morning and say, "Today feels peaceful." Part 12, Numbers, Days, and Hobbies. Every journey begins with something simple, like learning to count. 1, 2, 3. Each number is a small step forward on your English path. Let's try together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't rush. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Just speak, and English will become part of your daily rhythm. Then you learn the days of the week. Each day has a different feeling. Monday can feel heavy. Wednesday is halfway. Friday feels light and free. Say it slowly. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. When you speak these days aloud, you take control of your time in English. Life is boring without hobbies. Do you like to sing? I like singing. Do you enjoy walking slowly under the sun? I enjoy walking. Or maybe you love drawing in quiet evenings? I love drawing. Every hobby is a window into your soul, and when you talk about them in English, you share who you are. Remember, learning English isn't just about memorizing words. It's about expressing your world, from numbers and weekdays to the little joys that make your life special. Part 13, Real English in Real Life. Imagine walking into a small store in a foreign country. No one speaks your language. In front of you is a basket of bright red apples. You want to buy one, but you've never spoken English in a real situation like this. Don't worry. Everything you need is simple. You smile and say, "Hello." The seller replies. You point to the apple and ask, "How much is this?" The seller says, $1. You nod, hand over the money, and say, "Here you are." Then you take the apple and smile, "Thank you." And that's it. A short conversation, but full of confidence. This is real English, not from a book, but from life. Simple sentences like these help you live, connect, and feel that you truly understand the world in a new language. Part 14, Your English Journey, Personal Growth Story. Remember the first time you heard the phrase, "good morning"? Maybe you didn't fully understand it, but that moment planted a seed. You became curious. Then you learned more. How are you? My name is. I'm from. Each sentence was a step forward. Every time you repeated, you were building your own path. Maybe you felt shy, maybe you feared saying it wrong, but you didn't give up. You practiced every day. You listened, repeated, paused, and spoke. Then one day you met a foreigner and you said, "Hello, nice to meet you." You saw their eyes light up. They understood you. You understood them. And in that moment, your heart warmed. You did it. Your English journey is not just about language. It's about overcoming your limits. Each sentence is a seed. Water it every day, and soon, a garden of language will bloom inside you. Part 15, Final Words. Keep speaking. English is not far. It's already in your mouth. Just say it. Just one sentence a day. I can speak English. It's more than words. It's a declaration. It's the first step into a new world. Keep going. Don't stop. Some days you'll feel tired, doubtful, ready to give up. But remember, you've come further than you think, and you're never alone in this journey. This is your voice. This is your journey. No one else can walk it for you. But every time you speak, you move forward. Believe that each sentence, no matter how small, is making you stronger every single day. You don't need to be perfect to speak English. You just need to keep going. One word a day, one sentence each night. It's okay to be slow. It's okay to forget. What matters most is you don't stop. English is not far. It's already inside you, in your voice, in your dreams, in the doors waiting for you to open. Believe in yourself. Keep speaking, one sentence, then another. You are growing, and you deserve it.